Good morning, class. This week should be a lot of fun, honestly. You have one chapter to read. Let me kind of scan through what I've got here from Russell's text, and it's just about the fantasy genre in general. And you're going to watch a short video. So that's chapter 8. And all of this is for level 5, the level 5 discussion. On Thursday, you're going to have a post about that. You're going to self-reflect on your own taste and literary preferences. You'll find a short book to expose yourself to, something new, hopefully, that you haven't read before, just a picture book, so 10 minutes max. And then you'll spend some time getting creative and thinking about, I don't know if any of you guys remember, but like McDonald's used to do this thing where they said, if I ruled the world, and they let kids draw a picture of what that world would be like. Anyway, it'll be in the spirit of that. So this should be a really low key, it should feel comfortable. As long as you set aside a little bit of time to chip away at this discussion, you can craft that post on Thursday and then just reply to each other by Sunday. And honestly, it's just a chance, again, for you guys to be reflecting on your own perceptions of what is quality literature, but also to be thinking about the role that imagination and creativity play within this field of literature. All right, and now, the quest number 2, the literary awards ceremony, which I braced you guys for in level 4 when you were brainstorming. So I feel like this should be pretty playful and easygoing as well. It'll take more time because you're going to be making Google Slides, and I really want you to draft this and then improve it by adding in references to Russell's text and maybe just elaborating and adding more detail in general and really showing off that you're engaged and trying to learn and apply some of the things that you're learning into this project. But basically, this isn't due until Sunday, so you have all week to work on it, and then you guys will get a chance early next week to see each other's work and applaud each other for your brilliance. But you are going to welcome your audience, name the award, and describe its basic intent. Define the pieces of criteria. So this is a revision, kind of like an improvement of what you brainstormed from last week. And as you're defining these pieces of criteria, I want you to be referencing Russell or just things we've been learning in the course thus far to show how your own ideas are starting to blend with learned ideas from the course content thus far. And you'll present at least 3 nominees. You can present more. The nominees can be the book in its, books in their entirety, films in their entirety, or some element within. So you could do the setting of various different books and then give an award to just the setting or the main character or minor character, something like that, or the best tone. I don't know. But get creative about that. Integrating Charlotte's Web in some way is a requirement. And I'm thinking, I'll say it here, it's not in the instructions, but if you really felt like making Charlotte's Web a nominee wasn't appropriate, then fit Charlotte's Web into your speech somehow, like referencing Charlotte's Web as an anchor upon which you are then nominating your set of nominees. But just incorporate your knowledge of Charlotte's Web in some way. Obviously, you need to announce your winner and try to be inspiring. And then overall, I want you to step back and think about this presentation or this speech that you're giving and what kind of tone or style you want to convey. Humor, sarcasm, playfulness, formality, silliness, prestige. I don't know. You guys decide. But I encourage you to be creative and don't just follow my instructions to a T. Branch out a little bit. Some of this project comes from when I taught contemporary literature, and I was even more sparse about what I described, and then what I got back was so interesting and fun to review, and I think everybody in the class enjoyed seeing how each other interpreted it differently, that then I've written some of these guidelines based on what I saw those students do. So I want to do the same thing here. However you guys kick back these projects, I'll probably revise these instructions to encourage others to follow your lead. And I've hinted at this, but you're using Google Slides for this project. It's awesome if you can get that Google Slides project embedded into the discussion post. I can try to look up how that's done before Sunday, because some of you might need some help, or you can Google it or go into Canvas tutorials. I think you can put video and audio into Google Slides, like embed it on an actual slide if you want to do that, if that feels easier than typing. Otherwise, typing and images are fine. Just be sure to really give elaboration and detail and to show off your learning and your investment. With projects like this, I remember at the end of last quarter, I did something where I said, hey, for this project, spend about 5 hours. That students said that was a good amount of time for something like this. So I'm just going to, again, it's not in the instructions, but I'm just going to throw that out there. Like, sometimes when you have projects that are this open-ended, you're like, have I done enough? Should I do more? Just kind of give yourself a ballpark of, I'm going to give 5 hours to creating this thing and see where that gets you. Yeah, make sure you do the share settings correctly, and then like I said, early next week, you guys will reply to one another. I have two kind of crazy weeks this week and next. I'll be out for interviews for like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then next week, I'll be out for a statewide conference with 90 English faculty members Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'm just like trying to do my best to really like make smart decisions and be engaged with you guys in meaningful ways. And so what I was going to tell you is, for your class, I feel like you're primarily impacted through email, that there are emails you guys have been sending me, and I'm not on top of it the way I'd like to be. I think I'm doing okay, but if it's not meeting your needs, I'm sorry. And what I would say is, blanket statement, if you asked for an extension, sure. Like, it's granted. It's in the syllabus. We're early enough in the quarter, you probably haven't asked for 3. So if I haven't graded your stuff, and which I've got the new stuff from Charlotte's Web to look through today. Anyway, you guys are going to be fine, and just bear with me and know that I know your lives have to be chaotic because mine is. And I just think all of us are dealing with like the world as we've never experienced it before. So I'm really trying to be full of grace, and I hope you guys will return that as well. And I hope you'll just, when you're feeling stressed, just be like, no, that's not what this class is supposed to be like. Amber gave us extensions so that we wouldn't feel stress. The grading is loosey-goosey so that we don't have to be afraid of failure. And what you're supposed to be doing in this course is just enriching yourself through new knowledge, new experiences, new opportunities to explore literature for children. So if you're not feeling that sense of exploration and joy and freedom, then I want to say reach out. My emails, though, like I said, are pretty crazy, but really, like, if it's not working for you, reach out, because then we can reset our expectations and help you get to the place where you actually can experience the joy of learning. All right, that's what I have for you this week. I hope it's a great one. I'll talk to you guys soon.